What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, and I wanted to discuss today something that me and Passport Blueprint talked about briefly, but not really. But we've talked about it in passing. And content creator by the name of Carlos Red. Shout out to Carlos Red. I'll make sure I tag him in either the description or the title of this video because I want to give him credit for asking this question that I want to discuss with you guys today. And I'm also considering having a live show about it tomorrow night because I'm recording it. I'm recording this Thursday, but I know this won't post till Friday, and I already got something going on for Friday. So I was thinking about making this the topic of discussion for my Saturday night live show. So if y'all want that, please let me know in the comments, and I'll try to adjust accordingly if I haven't come across any other ideas up until that point. But to discuss the question at hand, man, and again, shout out to Carlos Red, and please subscribe to his channel. He just reached over 1,000 subscribers, and salute. Congratulations to you, brother. Because I know some people that watch me watch him as well. But to answer your question, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, you know, because there has, I'll be honest, there's been mixed results. We've heard everything from guys as recently as guys um, being found unalived in a bathtub, not being able to gain entry into Medellin, Colombia, and we can go all the way up as far as people from our foreign testimonial playlist that have gotten married and started building families. So it literally been a wide range of results as far as this movement and this popularity of dating abroad in the recent 2 years. Um, what's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing this evening, man? Just wanted to play that for you guys. From my travel vlog channel. Make sure y'all check that out. And subscribe to the travel vlog channel if you haven't already. Yeah, I know I'm currently back in the States, but very, very short lived. It feels like I just got back in the States um, like a week or so ago, even though it's been a little over a month now. And literally in a month from now, I'll be back on a plane. Really, 4 weeks actually. 4 weeks I'll be on a plane headed back to Thailand. So it's it went by like that, just like I thought it would. And within these 4 weeks, I'm going to Chicago next week, and then I'm going to Tennessee a couple weeks after that, and a Bengals game. So, but yeah, man, these next 4 weeks are going to be pretty tough, pretty tough, man. But we're gonna get through it, bro. Uh, Try to get through this chat and caught up as quick as possible, man. Man, we got Blue Marble now as a new member, man. Thank you, my sir. Appreciate that very much. Let me get that together first so we can get that proper. All right. Yeah, man. All the links to everything is at the top. The TikTok, the merch, Cash App. Oh, and speaking of Cash App, man, my apologies, man. Mrs. Don um kicked in the door. You know what I mean? Kicked in the door with the $5 Cash App. Thank you, my dear. Then Mr. Anthony Broyles kicked in with the dollar Cash App. Thank you, my guy. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. All righty. Kicked in the dough. Hey, man, you know what? Hey, bro, that reminds me, bro. I gotta go back to LTTV's channel. I gotta clip some of his sound bites. I'm sorry, LTTV. I got to, bro. His soundboard is elite. Hey, I want to clip that because for some reason these two hitting me with the donations right at the door, it made me think of that clip of it made me think of that clip of Floyd where he be like, let's talk about these donations. Got run these. Dude, that shit sound like it's straight out of a movie, man. Let's run these donations. That's hilarious. Oh, I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. My apologies, you guys. Oh man, yeah, you can tell I'm in a good mood, man. That is the link to the music, you guys, and the travel vlog channel. Like the video I just showed you guys is from that channel. But when I'm not traveling abroad, I'm doing videos like that. I've been surprised at the response and engagement and views that I'm getting from those particular kind of videos. I didn't realize guys enjoyed those kind of videos so much, man. Like just a little bit more informative and just letting people know, my experience and what I've dealt with and things of that nature. So I didn't realize guys really like cared about that so much. I'm like, I'll make more videos like that. I really had no idea, man. But it's good to see the positive response. Anyway, man, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Alex, I see you, my moderator, as well as Mrs. Don, King Diablo. What's going on, bro? Deck 9164, what's going on? Said I like that one. Said don't pick pictures from the ground, pick it from the tree. Yeah. Yeah, Blue Marble. I was kind of thinking the same thing, man, be honest with you. Uh well, I mean, be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I like Bat and Kia so much. Yeah, I mean, they a little bit more traditional there. Uh Alrighty. Which reminds me, yeah, me and Passport Blueprint gotta have a talk about that as well. Okay, my bad, you guys. I'm just trying to get through the chat, man. Catch up with everybody, man. Show everybody love. What's going on, Jason? Lawrence, what's good? Shane, what's going on? The coldest. What's going on, bro? DJ Parrot. Oh, yes. Let me go ahead and leave that up for a minute. Parental advisory, yeah, man, because YouTube keep putting me in the yellow, and I don't know why. Like, damn, it's like I already mark it not for kids, and y'all know we gonna curse over here. I'm like, maybe I gotta start putting the parental advisory signs up at the beginning of my shows again. Even when I was doing that half of the time, it didn't help. It's like, damn, YouTube, leave me alone, man. Just let me be great. I ain't trying to bother nobody, man. I just want to stay in the cut and do me. Like Beanie Mac say, I don't do much. Dun, 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 dun. I don't do much. Yeah, I don't know if any of y'all Benny Siegel fans, but that's like one of my favorite. I'll say one of my favorite East Coast rappers. I got too many favorite rappers. Let's see. Pool Man 313 was good. Chris Dredd 3. Oh, damn. Both of y'all in Detroit? Shit, I'm surprised y'all two ain't linked. Man, both of y'all in Detroit. And that's what's up, man, because Detroit ain't far from me, man. I mean, because shit, if from here to Cleveland is a 4 hour drive, what's here to Detroit? Like maybe 5 or 6 hours? Hmm. I don't know. Knowing me, I want to fly out there. I'm like, I'll probably fly out there. I mean that's a bit long of a drive. I mean, because even that 4 hour drive from Cleveland was kind of like, like damn, I'm happy. I ain't got to drive no more. Let me chill the hell out. Facts, Blue Marble. Facts. Sean Morris, what's good up, bro? What's good? Anthony Southeast, what's going up? Yeah, I agree, man. And shout out to Carlos Red for this one, man. I'm like was kind of hoping we was gonna be able to have him on, but um, probably wasn't going. I don't think we was able to get a hold of him or heard back from him. But you never know. We're gonna be on here for a minute. You never know what could happen. We've had some crazy things happen on this channel. Like remember the one time one of the guys that I was reacting to was literally watching me react to him live off of the It's Complicated channel. Like I brought the brother on, like that was crazy, bro. Like I couldn't believe that. That was dope. You talk about a moment that got to be like one of my best live show moments. I'm like I'm never gonna forget that moment. Rose, what's going on, bro? Tim, what's good? Crazy Surrey, what's going on, brother? The Reaper, yes sir. 513 in the building. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, man, bruh. Oh yeah, I'm like, cause you see all the Cincinnati shit right here. You know what I mean? Great American Ballparks, but bruh. Oh yeah. By the way, man, you know if anybody wants to shout out the title, but bruh, man, fuck you mean, boy? Out of here, man. Nah, matter of fact, nah, man. You know what I mean? Because football season start next week, man. So y'all know what time it is. You know what I mean? Go ahead and rep y'all teams because I already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause see, look, got the Raider. You know what I mean? And you know what, bro? I'm gonna be in Vegas in December too. So yeah, I already know what time it is. Yeah, so let me go ahead and you know what I'm saying. See, what I mean, should have went on here and just threw the burrow on them, like you know what I'm saying? Real. Keith Nolan, what's going on, bro? Man, you sure, man? I don't know, man. I think that's being overhyped, bro. I think that's being overhyped, man. To be honest with you, 4 hour. Damn, really? Yeah, because I was gonna say Chicago is about a four and a half hour drive from here. But see, I'm like, shit, Cincinnati to Detroit. That's basically the Cleveland. Cincinnati to Cleveland. See, that's why I'm like, so is Detroit that close to the border? Because Cincinnati to Cleveland is 4 hours, bro. Kenny Peoples, what's going on, man? It's been a little minute since I seen you, Kenny. Hope all is well, brother. Randy, what's going on? Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. It's kind of funny too, cause it's like considering how sexual Brazil is, like y'all gonna ban X. Okay, sure. Said Tony coming for that belt. Yeah, bro. Got a rep, man. Got a rep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got a rep for the squad. And then and then you already know what time that is. You know what I mean? Because we international traveling, so I had to get the intercontinental belt. You feel me? Like, 45 minutes from the border. Oh, okay. So, I would round it off to about 5 hours. So it's like another hour on there. We'll basically put that. He said I drove to Detroit from Cincinnati. Trust me, 4 hours. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you must fly then, because I'm like, I don't be flying like that, bro. Like, you must fly when you drive. Shit. He said I don't even get out of the state. I'm like, right, okay, yeah, man. Shout out to Reese. I see you, G. All right, man. Look like I caught up with everybody, man. Edward Henson, I see you. Keith Nolan, East Saint Lamont. Uh, yeah, I think I'm caught up with everybody, and yeah, shout out to I am Alex Sweat, who also became a member. Yo, hold on, man. Damn, man. Hold on. Hold on. Damn. I was just about to, you know what I'm saying, man? But hold on, bro. Sheesh.
Hey, good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Keith Nolan with the $20 super chat, said, let's match that orange of the Bengals and put some color in this chat. I gotta support the reality quality channels on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let me quit. Let me quit though, for real though. But no, serious. Let's go ahead and get to it. Damn, man, I'm like, that is heavy now that I think about it. It felt like when I first got it, but I'm like, now that I'm like, damn, I'm lifting it again. I'm like, you know what? Because everybody else was grabbing it like, Jerome, it's heavy. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Y'all right, it is heavy. I'm like, that might be heavier than the IC belt. I'm like, and that IC belt heavy. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Passport Blueprint. Uh because I kind of started it off with my video kind of that was like kind of brief. I kind of go into more detail, and I'll kind of dive in a little bit more tonight. But I kind of want to give him the floor first, since I kind of already spoke on this, and I know a lot of people in here, probably already watched the travel vlog channel anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Passport Blueprint in. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, not much. So me and you had discussed this, behind the scenes, because Carlos Red tags me in a lot of stuff, and I saw it in my mentions, and when I saw the title of it, I was kind of like, damn, man, you know what? That's actually a really, really valid question. I didn't get a chance to take a look at the live per se, but um, I know you said you wanted to share your thoughts about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you have the floor.
I think it was a mistake in the sense that we didn't tell the full truth. We didn't tell the full story. I think we overstated a few things. We misrepresented a few things. One of the things, and this is things that I just recently experienced, and you probably experienced yourself in Thailand, is that there are good women and there are bad women wherever you go. Obviously, we hear about the drugging and robbings and unfortunately the passings of people. We hear about the scams that goes on in Thailand and in the Philippines. We also hear about the so-called Western Union girls that's in the DR. There are good people out there. There are women that are out there that's manipulative. And even when you're a good person, people take advantage of you, you know, but they want to be like we have talked about before. You're starting to see these women slowly getting westernized. They want to be with these roughneck dudes because they think these guys can protect them. Well, that's a stupid thought process. When you look at most of the guys who are living overseas are ex-military. A lot of us know what Uncle Sam did to us. They trained us to do one thing. And we can do that well better than any of these roughneck, thuggy little dudes can do. Damn nearly, we're damn nearly terrorists, if you put it in the whole grand scheme of things. So as far as protection, you're not going to see little Fuggo legally at a gun range, but you'll see me because I got a gun permit. You won't see little Fuggo, well, depending on his attitude and stuff like that, you may not even see him in an MMA gym because he's not disciplined. He's all about being a hood rat and drug dealer and stuff like that. But you'll see that nice guy who wants to defend himself. You may see him in there. There's a difference. So we don't go beat our chest and wear wife beaters and stuff like that and show our ass because we're very conservative. It's what we call back in the military the silent professional, which is a terminology used for the special op guys. And if you ever been around the special op guys, which I've had, because Utah National Guard's the home of the 19th Special Forces Group, I've been around those guys. Most of those guys are Mormon.
Yeah.
So they know how to act.
Mm-hmm.
They don't act like thugs and roughnecks and stuff like that. So there's a difference in the type of guys that are out there. There's some guys that want to act tough, and there's guys that are just straight up dangerous. Take a look. Go back to Columbine. 3 geeky nerds pulled off one of the most horrendous acts in U.S. history and did it so tactfully. It's like, I mean, who would think about doing something like that and then on top of that add in, pipe bombs around the school to protect the perimeter? That is very tactical stuff. But these are geeky little ass nerds. Not these little thuggos would think about that. But like I said, when you look at some woman, even in a foreign land, that attracted to that bad type of personality, you have to question her.
Mm-hmm.
What her morals and stuff is, because like I always say, flies attracts to shit. That's just the bottom line. Move on. Go for something better. Second portion, and this is something that me and Rome have discussed previously, is the type of guys that are going overseas. You have your sex packs, the perverts. I call them the pervert Pete posse. Because all they want to go there is for box, which for me, if you want to spend your money is your money. But I don't see the logic in spending minimum $2,000 to go overseas for box when you can take that same money and get yourself a high-end escort and do the same thing. Math ain't mathing. But that's your money. But it's ruining everybody else's pleasure because now you'd be surprised who's watching us now. I'm going to keep it real. You may have law enforcement looking at us because all that can start getting associated and cluttered into the whole sex trafficking thing. Just saying. Then you got the midlife crisis dude, fresh off a divorce or what have you, trying to gatekeep and cop block and all the other stuff, and then play bully on the internet. That's another group of idiots we got to deal with.
Yeah, those are the trolls.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well,
we 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 kind of we kind of discussed that yesterday.
yeah. And then you have the people like myself in Rome who are serious about the game, who want to move over there and start a business and do the right thing. And we have a lot of brothers overseas doing that, especially in Thailand, because I like that vibe that's over there. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And hopefully I'll have an opportunity to go to Thailand to see that for myself. So then check out that type of community. So that's one point. Uh, Another point is the false paradise. You got to understand something, people. Moving overseas, you just can't move overseas just for a woman because there's a whole life that's around there. That's why I had to pump the brakes a little bit. Actually, that little bit turned a lot in regards to Brazil because there's a lot of things going on in Brazil that I wasn't aware of, and it made me second guess. Like the mail system sucks. The mail system sucks. Why do you think Skylar DeRue always have his guys bring him condoms? He can't order them because the mail system out here is horrible. It's a pain in the butt. That's one problem. Then you have electrical issues. That's another problem. There's so many other issues that's going on in just that particular country alone that you're not going to get the stuff that you used to in the United States. And I even learned that when I was living in Brazil because the mail over there wasn't all that great. And they had DHL and it sucked. So there's a lot of things you got to think about when you start doing this international dating or stuff like that. And you got content creators. A lot of content creators pushing out a lot of stuff. Ain't seen no one in a serious relationship or married, except for like Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders, and then you got El Guapo, you got Richie Mack. That's just about it. Oh, Travelversity. So you listen. So those are the guys I'm gonna take serious because they're in serious committed relationships with somebody. Rest of them out there is just doing pay for play stuff, and that's giving that false reality of what's really going on. And then another thing, and my final point is, what are you guys throwing away following these content creators? Because here, this is where you're going to get a lot of your opportunities to make big money. You're not going to do that. You're not going to get those opportunities overseas. Cybersecurity, you ain't doing that as a digital nomad. That's just way too much risk. And I can tell you right now, because this is an election season right now, getting attacked, everybody's suffering right now. World War III is probably not going to be fought with nukes. It's going to be in the cyber realm. And they're going to mitigate any type of risk whatsoever. And they can't afford some dude traveling around with a laptop with all the sensitive screw that word up, sensitive information roaming around unprotected. It's just not going to happen. It's just too sensitive and it can cause too much risk. So this whole thing about what we told people about a lot of, I'm going to say 30% real, 70% fake. That's how I look at it. I cruise the rest of my time to the great gentleman of Ohio.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. You said 30. You said 30% real, 70% fake.
That's what I'm thinking, man.
Wow.
And what we put out. And I'm talking in terms of the whole dating concept, not as far as going to this place and all this other stuff. That's just my viewpoint.
Wow. Interesting. My bad. I'm over here paying attention to a particular person in the chat.
Hmm.
Um, sometimes.
Yeah, and that's true. There's too many sad-minded men just traveling over there, and it's like, for example, one of my trolls. I saw him in an interview on his boy's channel. He's talking about, oh, I got to come out here and get my grind going to know what I want to do. If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't have been traveling in the first place. You should have been home figuring out what I need to do. Straight up.
Hmm.
You always figure out what you do before you make your move because you don't want to waste money.
Yeah, because I'm already over here trying to figure out what I'm trying to do for 2025 because I already got everything paid for and planned out for the rest of this year. And
Exactly.
and I had everything figured. I had everything figured out what I was going to do for the rest of this year, like a month, like prior to me even coming back to the states. So yeah, when you move like this, when you move the way I've been moving, you literally gotta plan your life months ahead, bro. You really do. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And that's the thing with traveling. You're spending a lot of money, and some of y'all wasting it because y'all think y'all trying to act like white people. White people don't act like this. They don't go and try to flex and all this other stuff. Like, y'all still going down there wearing expensive stuff and getting robbed in South America. It's like y'all don't listen because y'all think that's going to attract these women. And what you getting? Y'all getting basically street meat, beautiful bottom feeders.
And can I just say this real quick because this bothers me so much. Guys, I've been to Colombia twice. I walk around with a camera. My Spanish is far from fluent. And I've never had any of these issues that these other guys are having.
And I seen the video too. You out there with that camera.
Like, what the it's like what are these people doing that I'm not doing? Like, I don't get. Well, and I will say this, like, I've always been like real hard on myself as far as like matching when I dress, but I never try to come off like I dress like I got like a shit ton of money. Like, I'm not wearing like super designer shit or thing or anything like even like what I'm wearing right now. This is my Bret Hart shirt that I wore at SummerSlam. I bought this for SummerSlam, and like I got pair a pair of matching Jordans and some like a pair of jeans. I mean, I don't think I look like somebody who got a lot of money, but at the same time I don't look like a bum either. But it's like I don't know. I don't know what it is that I'm doing that these other guys are not doing, or vice versa. But it's like it just blows my mind the amount of stories that I hear about these guys not being able to come back home, or they get drugged and robbed. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing that I wasn't doing, or that I was doing that y'all are not doing when I was there? It doesn't make any sense.
I think one of the reasons, and I saw in one of your videos, the girl was trying, I think one of your girlfriend at the time, she was telling you to put that camera away. And I think you did that and you kind of was being a little more cautious. I think at that stage you were learning. Um, and I think you kind of develop your situational awareness of when to take it out, when not to take it out. And that's, and you built camaraderie down there, that you have peoples down there that you can rely on and, tap into. Um, that's the whole thing. Um, you've learned to be safe. Plus, Barranquilla is not a hot destination where everybody's going. It's
Right.
basically Cartagena and Medellin.
Hmm.
Um, so Barranquilla is one of those little out of the way places where you're not going to get that type of a trouble. not so much, but at the same time, exercise caution.
Hmm.
Um, that's what I think is going on, and I have other ways that you can kind of protect yourself a little bit more. I'll talk to you on the back end on that one, as far as the camera situation. But I think you're taking your safety seriously, and that's probably you're avoiding a lot of these situations where others aren't because they're there to party and be there for the women, not realizing, again, Colombia being threat level 3, reconsider travel because of the situation of crime, narco terrorism, and things like that that's going on in the country. People are not being aware of those situations, and that's where they're going to get caught up, especially when you're talking about the whole drugging thing. You have to exercise a lot of caution.
Hmm. But to expand on this question, man, the topic at hand, you guys, we got 69 watching. Please hit that like button. Uh, we're discussing was telling men dating overseas is better a mistake. Um, to be honest with you, you know what? At first, I was gonna say I was surprised at your take, but then again, now that I think about the conversations we've had over time behind the scenes, I really probably shouldn't be surprised about your take on this. But just like in the video that I showed before we came on, it's a little bit of a mixed bag for me because I've literally seen everything from both ends of the spectrum. I've seen the worst of the worst, and I've seen the best of the best as far as what you can get out of it. Um, so because of that, I wouldn't say I'm like 30-70 like you. I'm probably more like 60-40, 55-45. Um, but I think that's probably primarily due to the fact that the foreign testimonial playlist, and that was one of the main reasons why I started that playlist and I started that series on my channel because I knew of the negativity that was coming with it. So I wanted to use that series as a way to um, counterattack, the detractors that was saying, "Oh, they're only going here for this and that and so forth," and the typical rhetoric that we hear. But eventually, I started noticing those videos didn't really get the views that they should, and really, I'm like a lot of guys really stopped sending them, and a few of the guys that were sending them, I'm like they weren't willing to give pictures, so I never posted them. Um, but like I said, man, I'm a little bit closer to 50-50 than you are when it comes to it, but Um, as far as like all the negatives that have came with it that you mentioned, I agree with you 100% on all of those. Um, I think the biggest one that bothers me and just is like you said, the pookies of the world that have decided to get a passport and go to these same countries, and it's just a bad representation. And you know how black you know how, especially, well, here I'll say this: you can't tell ninjas anything. You can talk to black folk. You can tell black folks something. You can't tell ninjas nothing.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So the people that's watching, people in the chat, y'all, I think y'all understand my verbiage when I say that. And I'm
I
saying
call them ignates because I like ninjas. The Ninja Warriors has been my favorite little character, so
ninja.
I call them ignates or
ignorant,
something else. But
ignorant
don't
stuff.
get me wrong. There has been success through this whole thing. Again, I told you about a guy that's in your neck of the woods in
Mhm.
Ohio, and he just got engaged.
Yeah, I remember you
And
telling me that.
yeah, and he's a passport bro. He's been dating his girl for about 2.5 years, and they just finally got engaged, and the wedding's in 2 years. So I got to reach out with him. He's in the same industry I am in cybersecurity, and God bless him. It can work, but again, we're not hearing those success stories, which I understand there's privacy issues involved in it, but unfortunately, what we're seeing is more negative. That's why my numbers are so high, because there's a lot more, you know, that's why it's so high, because of these negative things that's being put out, and is being put out by these so-called content creators who are basically doing it. I agree with you, Kenny. I totally agree with you, Kenny.
You know what? I might agree with what Fabe's saying, 'cause it might be some truth to this too. But ooh, wee, that's tough. That's tough, but it might be some truth to that, Fabe. You might have a point. You might have a point there, man. That would not shock me.
There's a certain behavior when you go overseas, you have to just leave at home. Even when I lived in Israel, there was a behavior. I had to leave that, because if you people can act funny and put you in jail just with behaviors. So I've learned to adapt to my environment. A lot of people don't want to adapt to the environment. They, it's like, for example, all these guys are chasing the beautiful bottom feeders, but not the upper level girls. Why? Because that's not their environment. That's why they always want to go to the favelas and stuff and hang out there. And that's where they're getting their ass robbed and getting in trouble and stuff like that. They're not getting themselves in trouble in nice areas and meeting nice people where the gorgeous women are at. They can't handle that stuff. Even I was talking to Pablo Frescobar. He had mentioned he had took two brothers out and introduced them to these gorgeous women. They were professional women in Colombia. And next thing you know, these two went back to Keisha's. They
What?
went right back to Keisha's. Yeah, they went right back to the Keisha's because they couldn't handle dealing with these beautiful, professional, well mannered women.
Mm-mm.
It's the mindset. The mindset of what you are is going to follow and attract what you're going to get. You're not going to switch that mindset and be on that higher level. And that's the thing you guys got to do, is that, people talk about you got to, work on yourself, but they don't give you the exact solution, which I'm going to give you a little bit later, exactly what you need to do. It's not just more than just fitness and all that stuff. There's a lot more. You know, you got to put yourself in those situations where you're going to be seen and noticed by these people. And you're not going to do it just by getting a passport. Like Rome had stated, everybody think their problems get solved with that blue little book. No, it doesn't. Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. You guys need to put yourself in these situations where people can, the right people can see you, because unfortunately, the right people aren't seeing you. You're still in tourist areas. That's why we constantly tell you about mastering that foreign language so you can go elsewhere and do other things. Don't go to these big cities and try to rock with these people, because that's where probably a lot of the you're not going to find the right girls over there. You're going to find them in the outskirts. Those are the places you go. Like Rome goes to Barranquilla. He likes it over there because it's one of those little out of the place way, and you have to know Spanish to to move around there. Like certain parts of Brazil, like Mia Grazi and Natal and Victoria, you gotta know Portuguese to move around in that. Literally, no English zones. That's gonna help you, and
Man,
that's
I'm my bad. I thought I was stop. I thought you were stopping, man.
no. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Nah, because I found this interesting because you had mentioned professional woman and Kenny Peoples wanted Kenny Peoples brought this up. Wait, what is a professional woman?
A professional woman. A professional woman is someone who works, someone educated, if she has an education, but someone who works in a particular industry, like say she's a nurse or she's a salesperson in a jewelry shop, or someone who's an engineer. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Those people that you can have those commonality meetings. Like, for example, I might meet somebody who's a data analyst and I'm in cybersecurity. We can strike a conversation and have discussions and stuff like that and talk shop. It's like my Portuguese instructor. He has his own IT startup. We talk sometimes we talk, he teaches and sometimes we talk a shop, you know. Those are the people you want to get together with because that builds commonality, that builds a friendship. And those are people you want to go hang out with, not the freaking prostitutes and stuff like that, or the clubbers and things like that, even though you may get some those professional people out in the clubs. But like I said, this is part of your vetting process. You vet these people, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, Mrs. Don. You already know what time it is with the e beggars.
Oh, the e-beggars.
Yeah, said first we gotta talk about these We gotta run these donations. I gotta clip that, man. I gotta clip that shit. Oh man, bro, Floyd, if you ain't good for anything, boy, you good for some sound bites. Oh my god. Oh man, hilarious.
Hey, Coach Carp, if you need a Portuguese instructor, go on iTalki. Go to iTalki. You'll find them. Good app. It's a really good app.
Said average
iTalki.
professional women age range past what?
It can be whatever, man. It can be whatever. It's more of the mindset, you know, and it's that's going to be a hit and miss type of thing because you can get professional women with childish mindsets, and you can get professional women with good good mindset. But the thing is, a professional person like yourself and a professional person like her, that's just wealth. That's wealth building. I mean, if you're in a country like Colombia or Brazil or Thailand or something like that, you get those two together, that's something no one wants to screw up. It's like, hey, we're building wealth together. That's a future.
Mm. Yeah, Kenny Peoples. In these other countries, they don't frown on coffee dates.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, that's not a thing in these other countries.
Yeah. How is the dating scene, Rome? You probably know Thailand a lot. Where can one find the professional like people at in Thailand?
Uh, you want to know what? It's funny you ask because the women on the more professional side, I generally met them all online. and that was whether it was through Tinder, Thai Friendly, or Facebook.
Hmm.
Yeah, those are usually my three sources. If I'm being brutally honest with
And they usually put that in their profile.
you. Kind of like the troll who tried to sit over here and say that the last woman that I was dating was a bar girl when it's clear as day on her page that she's the owner of a bar. But okay. Oh, and she owns a taxi service too. But okay.
Yeah, exactly. As far as the other countries, I don't know. You might have to, like say Brazil, you might want to go down to Ipanema because that's the rich area.
Yeah.
Or but a few, not but a few go. I can't think of a name right now, but there's you got to go to the upper echelon areas and stuff of Brazil to meet those people. Or you may want to go to a different city.
Yeah. And just let me to come back in real quick. Mr. G Rat 100%. And I want to let people know this because I know there's this perception of Thailand, especially places like Pattaya per se. But let me put it to you guys like this. Again, this is why you have to leave your American mindset in America. If you really want to avoid the ladies of the night, all you have to do is simply ask, are you a lady of the night? Are you a freelancer? I promise you on everything I love, you guys, they will say it's going to be a simple yes or no. And they're not going to sit over here and catch an attitude and fall out with you about it because they know where they're at. They understand. There's no need for y'all to sit over here and make it like make it like some kind of jigsaw puzzle that you got to figure out. It's like trust me, like just be straight cut and dry for with them. And if they say no, I'm a regular girl, I blase blase. Cause I went through that with the one girl that I went on that one date at. What was the name of that place? It was called Forest into something over there on the coast. It was really nice. Girl ended up working at a warehouse right out right on the outskirts of Pattaya, like you mentioned, on the outskirts. Because people were asking me about one of the girls that was at my birthday party in Pattaya, on the outskirts. So it's like that's why like when it comes to my trolls, I'm like, yeah, that's another thing y'all gotta understand. Like the one troll in particular, he spends most of his time in Pattaya bar finding anyway. So it goes to show you he doesn't get around that area like I do or interact with the locals like I do. But that's why is that's why it's very important for you guys to vet. And like I told you guys, man, and like just don't be scared to ask questions. Like serious, that's what it really comes down to. Because to be honest with you, I think some guys just be scared to ask because they're scared of like offending offending a woman or something. But like if you're just genuine and you coming from and it's coming from a genuine place, trust me, man. 9 times out of 10, they gonna understand where you're coming from and they ain't gonna take offense to it. You feel me? And then once you got that out the way, you can move accordingly. I'm like, because that's what I've had to go through. Uh, nah, don't do that. Don't do that, Edward, because I already got my troll already over here trying to claim I'm some damn dating coach. I ain't fuck that. All I'm over here is telling y'all don't be scared to ask questions. That's all I'm telling y'all to do. That's not dating coach advice. That's just me telling y'all to don't be afraid to ask questions. That's really all it comes down to. And all you can do is just take them at their word till they show you otherwise. I'm like, what else can you do?
Yeah, And that's why foreign language is so important. And we have these apps on our phones 30 minutes or an hour a day. I just bought a book, to work on more on my Brazilian Portuguese. You got to invest that time because that is going to be your door opener right there. That is going to be your door opener, however you look at it. And not just speaking it, but learning how to read and write it as well, and understanding grammar. Once you understand grammar and verbs and all that stuff, man, it's going to flow easy. But you got to invest that time in it. And, you know, it's, you really got to, a lot of guys aren't putting that time in it because a lot of guys are lazy. They're very lazy. And it's just, this is a very frustrating topic to even really talk about because there's so much anger because the way it's gone, because it's something so simple, and it's for guys that been through a lot of hate and discontent with the dating scene here, and now we're going through this same hate and discontent going overseas because the ignorance are coming along and getting passports and bringing that same nonsense from the hood out into these foreign countries, and is presenting a bad image towards good men. And people get in their goddamn feelings when you mention that. But the truth hurts. It is what it is. But guys don't want to give a shit. They want to troll and sit here and troll people. And I'm going to say this about troll. Guys, men that troll on here, that is some LGBTQ premium plus KY jelly spreading type of shit I've ever seen in my life. Because a grown ass man don't fucking come on here and troll another fucking grown ass man. That shit belongs with the rainbow. So Skittles, go over there. That's my opinion. Anybody who goes and trolls on anybody else's channel, straight sashaying and all that other shit. Seriously. Am I lying? Am I lying?
It's weird, bro. Oh man. Especially when you keep attacking the same perfect person over and over and over and over. I'm just like, damn, obsessed much? Like, what the hell, man? Like, I like that somebody's brothers go to, I think you, do you mean to say some of these said brothers go overseas to be the man that they want to be instead of being themselves? Mm.
You don't need to go overseas to be a man. You were a man when you left.
Right. And I agree with you 100%, Faye. That's what I preach. Like, you really can be yourself, and you
I
really
mean,
can be yourself.
you, in a sense, how can I say it? It depends on what is yourself. If yourself is these little hood rats and stuff like that, no, you don't need to
Yeah.
even be traveling.
Right.
If yourself is just being a traveler and being respectful and you really, really want to know the culture and just want to have a good time and stuff like that, then yeah, yeah. But a lot of these dudes go over there, I mean, looking like hood rats and stuff like that. It's like, dang, I ain't feel like I left the hood, man. Look how these dudes acting and stuff and dressing and all this other stuff, man.
Sorry.
I know.
I'm stupid. Oh my god.
I'm serious, man, because I never troll on somebody's channel if I disagree with them. Because here's the thing, guys, and this was something that Nakmeezy had pointed out in the video that we shown last night, a lot of guys are going over there for peace because they got mental issues. A lot of these guys are ex-military, man, combat
Mhm.
vets, man. All they want is peace, and they may have a YouTube channel and they want to talk about things and stuff like that. And then you got these dudes trolling, man. Why you want to start pulling the trigger on something that you're not gonna like, and you sitting over there talking smack, and he comes out of nowhere, finds you, which I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want to leave any evidence, but finds you, and next thing you know, he decides to do something. That's why I don't mess with people online. I don't know who these people are.
Right. Mhm.
If I don't like them, I don't like them. But if you come over here start mess, I'm gonna have some fun with my computer, and the outcome ain't gonna be fun. And I ain't gonna be trolling either, nor doxing.
Mhm.
Exactly, they can't. You know why? It's like, why are you going after Rome? Rome's doing his thing. He's minding his business.
Well, when I really think about it, for real, a lot of the guys that get trolled in this space don't bother nobody.
Yeah.
I really can't think of anybody. That's why I said I think for some of these guys, they wanted to do the same thing that like the people that they're trolling, but they didn't get any motion or traction off of it, so they saw an opportunity to be on the other side as a way to monetize it and make money off of it. That's what I think.
But is it worth the ass whipping you're gonna get?
And and from what I can tell, it ain't really working too much because damn, don't none of these from the numbers that I'm looking at, these guys ain't really doing much. Because they said even Tom Young, they said when he got to 100K, those were pretty much bought subs. Because even that Measy mentioned like, how the hell you got 100K subs, but you only got 15 people watching you live? You know what I'm
Good
saying?
point.
I only got I'm approaching 70K, and I got 72 watching me and you right now. So how
Hmm.
does that make any sense? And you know Tom go live way more than I do. I only go live twice a week, which is on Friday and Saturday nights, by the way, you guys. If you're new to the live, man, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good jazz. Had to do the quick El Guapo plug. Shout out to El Guapo.
Oh, I love El Guapo. He's
Hey
cool.
man, that's my homie, bro. He cool. He cooler than a fan, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm weak, bro. Not the ABC gangsters though. Oh man.
Yeah, and let me um let me jump on this whole thing about improving yourself. Um, we when me and Rome was in Brazil, we did talk about fitness, but I want to kind of reiterate something about fitness. When you do fitness, do it for you, not for Brazil or any other country, because that's when you start getting into vanity. And
Ooh,
unfortunately,
I
when you
am.
look, what was that?
Ooh. I want to show. I want to bring this. I want to bring this up. What Kenny people said in the chat. He brought up. He brought up your nemesis. I'm gonna say that. You see it. I was gonna bring it
Hmm.
up, but I ain't want to stop you through mid thought. I just saw it. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I know, Kenny. I pretty much got that set up. But one day, my email is passport blueprint, all in one sentence at gmail.com. We can exchange notes if you like. If you like to exchange notes on that. But anyway, when I talk about improving your fitness, you got to understand these places is based on vanity. Do it for you, for your health. Um, I've lost. since our Brazil trip, approximately 8 pounds. And that is because
It's
of
like a
health
little over.
issues.
It's like a little over about 2 months.
Yeah.
A little over 2 months.
And that was some setbacks because of medication issues. But I've lost 8 pounds. And that was because of health issues I'm dealing with. And I'm feeling a hell of a lot of better. And right now, I'm doing kettlebells. I got kettlebells set up in my home. I start doing workouts, and that's helped me a tremendously. You want to be healthy. You want to get healthy just for you. The hell with everything. The hell with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Do it for you. Um, you're gonna lose weight in certain countries because of the way they cook their food. I know. You talked about Thailand being one of them.
Mhm.
I can tell you Jordan is another. You will drop weight. Um, Pretty much most of the Middle East, you're gonna lose a lot of weight because they don't really fry their food. Um, so certain countries where you go, you're gonna just drop that weight when you start eating their food. Um, you may think it's diarrhea, so you may want to bring some diarrhea medication, but I think it's just more or less flushing out your system. Um, so that's a good thing. Also, um, work on your skill sets of what you want to do in life. Um, I just saw someone who's going to school for cybersecurity. That's good. Um, Work on developing yourself before you decide to want to venture out in this world and do what these, because you got to keep something in mind. These guys that's going out there doing this, they're missing opportunities because you're not going to get opportunities to make six figures overseas and stuff like that. You're not going to get these opportunities straight off the bat to make six figures. Those are things you're going to start earning, and you're not going to be able to do some of these things remotely because they want to entrust that to people who have skill sets, people who have experience. So you're going to have to spend some time here before you venture out there to do anything because you want to build that experience, whether it's remote work or whether you're working for like the United Nations or any NGO where you can go out in the world or working for the State Department where you travel. You got to build your skill sets here and get your experience here so you can be marketable out there. And that's where a lot of these guys are failing because they're throwing away those opportunities just to go travel, travel, travel. But realistically, what do they have saved up? If they running off of cash apps and stuff like that, what do they have saved up? Now with Rome, me and Rome on the back end been talking business stuff where he gonna be sustainable with his own business after YouTube or whatever, or with YouTube in conjunction, however that works. So he'll have his own business once I finish his business plan. But that's a different story. But a lot of these guys aren't thinking in that term. They're thinking that YouTube as a business is going to last forever. Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders TV, I believe, lost 5 of his channels, something like that.
Mhm.
And they're starting to rebuild that now. They're not even monetized yet. I don't know why they lost all 5 of their channels.
I think it has something to do with the political stuff going on. Because
Politics?
yeah, because I think on those other channels, it's a little bit more like political and it's like society issues and things of that nature. It's not in the same niches like the travel channels and stuff.
Hmm.
That's why I like the travel. That's why I like his channel and her channel and their travel channel is still up, but those
Yeah.
channels are down.
But see how they lost their channel? Anything can happen on this thing, and everybody relies on it so heavily. They don't know when that day is going to come when YouTube, for some reason, does. So where's Plan B?
Yeah, exactly.
And then going back to the whole dating thing, everybody's going to different countries dating, but no one's got a steady girlfriend. How can you? I've seen Rome with steady girlfriends when he's there, but especially in Thailand, he have had steady women. He have had steady girls. Dating is not this whole, I'm just there for the girlfriend experience. And I don't know who made that shit up, but someone needs to slap that motherfucker with KY jelly and send him over to the LGBTQ plus premium shit, because they deserve that motherfucker. That is the dumbest fucking concept I've ever heard. Just get a fucking girlfriend. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put a fucking whatchamacallit on my mouth. I'm just losing it today. But and you're right. The hookup culture is killing society, and that's the problem. Too many people want to hook up, but no one wants to get in relationships. That's the problem.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, because I think because what it really comes down to, Preston, is due to hookup culture, it made hookup culture. I will say this: hookup culture made it harder for men who want to be in serious relationships. It made it harder for them more than anybody else, and the reason being is because we think logically. Men, we don't want to be the guy that had to give a woman more to get the same end result as for us who didn't have to give up the same commitment, who
Yeah.
didn't have to give up the same amount of time and effort and resources. Like that's the reason why it sucks. For women, they can still get commitment. They
Mm-hmm.
just can't get commitment from the men that they want. That's why they don't like hookup culture, because they want to get commitment from the men that they can hook up with. They're not getting commitment from the men that they know they can hook up with.
Which basically what you're saying is they want the commitment from the thuggos and not the good guys.
Exactly.
Okay.
Basically.
But again, that brings us back to the thing is your morality. Why would you want to hook up with somebody like that when you have someone that is good, honest? There's nothing boring about this. A person who's like that. Love is boring. It's nothing about being in drama all the time, because that's all these other guys do is bring drama. Drama is negativity. Nothing positive about that.
Bruh, did you see that post that I posted on Facebook earlier today?
No, I didn't.
Oh my, nah, ooh man, golly. See, I don't want everybody giving out my government, because I'm like, I want to show this, because after hearing you say this, bro, this falls right in line with that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because all that is nothing but constant negativity. Every day is constant stress, constant yelling. That's what women want. It's that attention and stuff like that, and you'll get that for certain women overseas.
Matter of
But
fact, guys, I'm going. Yeah, I can show it to you guys. I think I can share it without. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we in there, bruh. I posted this earlier today. Look at this shit. It says, "My husband is a silent type that doesn't keep friends. He never stayed past 7 p.m. He doesn't visit anyone, and no one visits him. We are married for 4 years and we never had a reason to quarrel or argue. Most times I bring up baseless arguments. So, in other words, she conjures up arguments out of thin air just because she's fucking bored. Goofy ass shit. And then in the comments, she replies, so we could just raise our voice, yet he will find a way to avoid it. I know issues makes marriage stronger, but I have never had any reason to at least act upset and have him beg and pet me. Man, what are you, a dog or a cat? What the fuck?
Exactly.
It's seriously it's seriously eating me up. This man is too peaceful and quiet for my liking, and I, on the other hand, am stubborn. Please, how do I spice up my marriage, and how do I get this man to at least raise his voice at me a little? I want him to at least get angry once. This sounds funny, but it's really bothering me. I am bored in this marriage. Bruh, you cannot make this shit up, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's and guys, you got to understand that happens overseas too. They want these type of dudes because it's drama. It's crap. And it's like you you're going to deal with it. It's not the land of milk and honey when you go overseas per se. It isn't. Every day is going to be some type of drama, and they're going to live in that certain type of conditions. They want to be with these certain type of dudes because that they want that stuff. They don't want to be with good dudes, which again, that's their morality you question. Some people are good, some people are bad. There are good women, there are bad women. And that's where the problem comes in with this whole dating overseas thing. They can't be happy in silence unless you bring up drama.
Yo, he just dropped the bar, man. That's some real shit. Damn. Ooh, wee, man. Hold on. Yo.
You can't.
Damn. Wow. Yo, you just said some shit right there, bro.
Hey, good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Man.
And
We.
it's a sad fact. You know, when you can go and do wonderful things and go out and do cool stuff with the family and stuff, they want to just constantly argue. And she wants to bring stuff up and argue. Then it's going to get into this whole cheating thing just to make you argue. And it's like she wants attention. And it's like you're getting it. I think Sharp had said love is boring because love is
Mhm.
about your devotion, your loyalty to that person. Doesn't have to be exciting or anything like that. You know, so I'm committed with this person. I'm committed with this person. We don't have to have this drama and stuff in our lives. And unfortunately, you have women, whether it's here in the United States or abroad, that are into that stuff. And then you have women that is just, want to freaking, scam guys out of their money and stuff like that. Where it's like, why are you scamming when you got it's like you eating crumbs off the pie when you got the pie. Eat the pie. Go with the pie. That doesn't make any sense. You're about to get into a whole new lifestyle of getting out of poverty, starting a new life, living it, living perfectly, having everything you need and starting off the new generation of people, new generation of kids. They're going to have everything. They're going to start off life better, but you rather choose to be with ghetto over this good dude. It doesn't make sense. And you wonder why guys saying women are bad in leadership because you make bad choices. You even do that in relationships. And it's getting, like Shing Shang said, this is getting old.
Mm.
And it's not that, chasing the dollar is what you should do, but if the guy's nice and he's doing all this stuff for you, that says a lot. If he cares about you, you should, you should, like, okay, he generally cares about me. Why are you going to chase him away? To be with ghetto ass dudes who don't care about you, they're just using you for sex, and then they're gonna dump you, and then you want to bring the drama. Now you got something to cry about. Now you got something you can talk about, but you ain't got a husband or a boyfriend to talk about the stuff with.
Dude. Oh, damn, Mrs. Dunn. That's one of my favorite sound bites.
And like you said, Rome, economic situations, because there's not opportunity, but with those group of women you're talking about, how many of those are scamming?
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What makes you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Yeah, Mrs. Don. That's one of my favorite ones, man. Shout out. Oh, what's that brother's name? Oh my god, man. Damn, I can't think of the brother's name, man. Content creator that said that. Minister Jack. Minister Jack.
Oh, Mr. Jap?
Yeah, shout out to Minister Jack, man. That's hilarious. Like
Yeah,
even
man.
like even though he a passport bro hater, man, I still love him, man. That's my he funny as hell.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, go overseas. Don't put your heart into anything. Just that's why I don't travel for women. Because you don't want to put your heart into stuff. Just go over there and have fun, explore. Be an explorer.
That's what I'm on, man.
That's my
Oh,
vibe.
I'm like Thailand is home base, man. But I'm trying to travel everywhere, for real, for real.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of places I want to check out, like Morocco and Tunisia and Romania, and it's a whole bunch of stuff a whole bunch of places on my bucket list.
Hmm.
Not going back and forth to the same place, and I want to bring that stuff to you guys. Do other stuff. It's the whole world out there, just besides going back and forth to these same countries. It burns yourself out. I haven't been to Thailand yet, but I want to go check it out, you know? But some of these dudes, it's just some of these, I don't know. Like I said, as far as the whole dating thing, I think we should have controlled it. It needed to be controlled.
Hmm.
So it would have weeded out a lot of the mess that's happening. And there was nothing in place to control it. Maybe this shouldn't have been an ideology. Maybe it should have been an organization with someone controlling it and saying, no, we ain't doing this whole thing. We ain't putting this up, and that's not part of our organization. Because right now to me it's a complete mess. You know,
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I gracefully bowed out.
same here.
I'm like, yeah,
I am not part of this.
I'm cool on this shit. It's
Yeah, and for the guys that's actually doing it the right way, keep doing what you're doing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we support you. We will always support you. Going out there and you want to be an expat for real, because some people use that term expat, but they're just using it as another cover just to say, hey, I want to go and do the same thing. It's I don't know, man. Yeah, everybody talking about, well, the dollar's cheap over there. Well, the dollar's cheap in Israel too, but I don't see you guys flocking over there or Romania or any of these other countries where the dollar's value is cheap, where the US dollars are strong. So a whole bunch of other countries that besides down in South America and Southeast Asia where the US dollar is strong. So I remember living in Israel, man. I was living king because of the exchange rate.
You want to answer this question from Mrs. Don before we wrap up?
Yeah. At this
Yeah,
point,
I know, right?
right now, there's no way to control it. It's so out of control. That's why me and Rome just gracefully got at it, because you got too many dudes that get in their goddamn feelings, and they attacked us from when we did our Brazil show. It just got to the point. It's just like we got too many bitches in this damn movement.
Yeah, I gotta say, like the month of June and July was interesting for me. I mean, not just from how well my channel been doing, but all the little drama and little shit going on in the background too. Like June, you know what I mean? That them last couple months overseas was crazy. Like, why the hell am I caught up in all this shit? Like, I'm over here traveling, minding my business.
Exactly.
I'm like, what the fuck going on, bro? Like,
And we're not saying anything different other content creators have said.
right.
But there's I don't know. A lot of people think they can get away with saying stuff and doing stuff online, but like someone else had just said over there, there's ways of finding stuff and finding people. So that's why I don't mess with people,
Yeah, shout out.
because this
Yeah, shout
it's
out to my
scary.
people.
It's scary. This whole cyber world is scary, and a lot of people don't realize that. But somebody's going to get ticked off one day and do something.
Oh
And,
yeah, and Hilltop Traveler. He got people working behind the scenes doing the same thing too, bro. So
okay.
that cause Hilltop former military.
Oh, if he's former military, I know he's doing stuff behind. Oh, yeah, same here.
That's what I'm saying. Like just like they mentioned on that live show last night. Yeah, like a lot of these guys former military, bro. I'm like,
That's the.
and you see what they was spilling about him. Like, bruh.
It doesn't. All this is childish, man. It really gotten to be a level of childishness that it's just like literally. That's why I haven't produced anything lately. It's just I had to take a step back and calm down, man, because it was just I was just getting super angry over certain things and stuff like that. And Rome can tell you, man, I was literally blowing up his phone and stuff over bull stuff. And I think this is the first week I haven't really blown up his phone. I think he got a rest from my ears because I know he was sick and tired of me talking about this, that, and the other, and all that other stuff. Even though I was venting about a whole bunch of stuff, it's crazy, man. Just go out and live, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of these content creators do. They create these so-called like rap beefs and stuff on the internet and stuff. It's just for clicks, likes, and views and stuff, man. Stupid. All this is stupid. But the topic, guys, was it a mistake? Yeah, because look what's going on, man. It's just, matter of fact, Carlos Red had told me about, he was on a panel and there was this white guy on there. And he basically was dumbfounded that all of us blacks were like arguing about traveling. You see how embarrassing this is getting?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he said this dude was just like bewildered about the whole thing. It's like, why are y'all arguing about traveling and, dating overseas and stuff like that? All this is not just staying within a certain community. This is being spread out globally. And people watch this stuff and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to form opinions. And here we are talking about all this other stuff. People form opinions. And a lot of it's going to be bad. And y'all going to, first things come out your mouth is, oh, this is racist. No, dude, you put this out. People are going to form those opinions. If you didn't want this out, if you don't want people to form these opinions, don't put this stuff out. And this is something we have preached. This is stupid, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just go travel and enjoy yourself and, have a good time. Go to different countries, Middle East. Even though it's a little hotbed right now, I would hit Morocco because I think Morocco's going to be, you'll have a good time in Morocco. Just explore the world and have fun. Leave all the stresses behind. It's not worth it. Some of these dudes that's out here causing all these issues on the internet, dude, once you step up in their face, they're going to act like cowards. Because once they see you, they're going to be like, oh, I made a mistake. Yeah, you made a big mistake. This is getting stupid, man. It really is. That's why I enjoy being with Rome. Rome's a really good guy. He's chill. When we were in Brazil, we had a great freaking time, man. It was a great time. We had a lot of fun filming, doing stuff, very educational stuff we had. Um, and like I said, if you ever get a chance to meet Rome, trust me, that's going to be a very pleasurable experience.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. All right, you guys. We are approaching. We are over an hour and a half. It's a little after 11 p.m. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Yep,
Uh,
sir.
next weekend I will be in Chicago, so gonna figure out exactly how and when I'm gonna go live. I really don't haven't figured out my schedule yet on that, but just know that I will be in Chicago. So I don't know. Just make sure y'all got y'all notifications on because I may end up having to go live from my phone depending on what's going on because I don't really know what's planned. But we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, next weekend, you guys, I will be in Chi-Town.
Chi-Town.
All righty, man. So until next time, you guys, deuces.
Deuce.